Yo, what's going on? This is Game Time Tennis coming at you with another video. You cannot tell by the title. This is a part one of three of how to stop getting out coached. This is not just for tennis. This is not just for coaches. This is for players. This is for sports, period. Okay? Man, I've been thinking about this, and I think it's going to be a very powerful series. Whether one person watches this or 16 people watching, or 600 or 6,000, whatever it is. Okay. But before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are going to like this one. All right. So, story time. Okay. Man, I had this kid, amazing kid that I was training, working with. He came equipped with a game style that was really good, really strong. He's very aggressive, very athletic kid. And so for me, it was all about just refining that and continuing to add some value to it. When you got players that are older, that have a really solid base in the system, you don't really want to throw that off too much by adding things that really don't benefit them. Just to be honest, that's a coaching thing. Shooting form or serve or forehand or backhand, if it's just all over the place, okay, yeah, hone it in. But if you have a really solid base for everything, and they can hit the ball or shoot the ball or pass the ball or whatever the case may be, it's really about honing what you have and critiquing slightly to add more value to what they already have. As a coach, that's one of the things that has helped me excel players that already have a game style. Now, I have been one to change some things a little bit drastically if it was needed, if it had enough time and things of that nature. But for the most part, if you come in with a solid base, then it's like, hey, why would you do this? It's more of questions that lead you to helping your game style versus me always having to teach much. Okay, let the kid answer the question, man. Take all the hard work out of what you do. Okay, why would you do that? What caused you to do that? And what was the outcome? And was there a better solution? You got it in, but could you have done it easier, more efficient? You start asking questions like that, man, you're coaching the change. Now, get this kid cold, raw, ridiculous, effortless power, effortless touch. It was crazy, man. So for me, that was fun. That was a fun kid to coach. I didn't have to do much, but teach him strategy. That's the easy part. So he goes, plays in this tournament. Number one seed. Okay, cool. You really have a good chance to get in the semis, the finals, and go ahead and win this whole tournament. We've seen who's in it. We've seen the players that are in this tournament. You actually beat all of them and really, really good within the last 3 or 4 months. Now things changing, players get better, but we're gonna go in this with the mindset that we're just gonna do what we've been working on, and everything's gonna go, the way we have trained for it to go. With the exception of things just happen. But this is your tournament to lose. Play his first round, blows this kid's socks off in right at about an hour, to be honest. About an hour and 10 minutes he spent on 2.5, 2 out of 3 sets. Straight sets. Bam, bam, like 1-1, 1-0 or something like that. So in the middle of his first match, I go over and look, because I'm like, man, it's pretty much over with. This kid is like a sitting duck. And you've seen matches like that, you're like, there's nothing this kid can do. Like, he's just outmatched. So I go check this other match out. 2 of the opponents that could potentially be his second round match. And I'm looking, I'm like, there's nothing that these kids can do that honestly is going to shake up my player. Like, nothing. They may get 2 or 3 games at max, But it'll be a good serve here, a decent serve there that throws my player off. Nothing over the top that's gonna kill him. So smooth through his first round, gets to the second round, is up in the first set. Actually wins the first set like 6-1. Man, mom and his little my kid's little brother sitting there looking at him. We're just laughing and hey, that was a good shot and how in the heck did he hit this? And we're just having a good conversation. Pretty much this second set is about to be just as bad as the first set. So my player goes up 3-love. Alright, cool. We're gonna start taking these chairs. Let me go ahead and start, it's hot out here. We don't need to be staying out here too long. Let's start taking these chairs. We already looked to see what his next round, what time he plays. He didn't play until the next day. We're fine. Okay, cool. Let me, I'm helping, take the chairs to their car. We come back. It's 3-1. Okay, cool. Let's go. I'm gonna go grab something to drink out of the little tennis shop, and we're talking about who his next opponent is. A little bit tougher of a match. Come back. It's 3-all. Okay, so now we're stopping. Like, stop moving. Maybe he's getting too comfortable. Maybe we need to cheer him on. Come on, kid. Whatever. I'm gonna leave my player's name out of it, just for the sake of leaving it out. All of a sudden, his opponent starts doing something that I really kind of paid attention to, because we pretty much missed 3 games of the second set. And he would lob the ball. Now, lob is just, way up there. But he wasn't just hitting a regular lob, like just trying to hit it over his head. He was hitting this ball like 30, 40 feet in the air, like trying to send this to Jesus, like a prayer, like, here, Jesus, please take this ball and let my opponent miss. And every single time, my player would miss. I mean, he swings at the ball, miss. Then he tries to take another swing and hits it off the side of the racket and it's gone. Then he does it again and he misses. The ball hits his foot. Bam. And I mean, just craziness. And I'm like, what is going on? My kid's mom and brother and sister looking at me like, I don't know. We're like, come on, man, come on. So we're cheering them on. Couldn't figure it out. But not only does this go on for one game, this goes on for the entirety of the set on both sides of the court. So there's one side, every odd number of games for players who don't know too much tennis. Every odd number of games, you and your opponent switch sides, whether it's singles or doubles. So odd number game means you guys switch sides of the court. Then you play until there's another odd number of games. Then you switch sides again. And you keep doing that throughout the whole match. And I'm looking. I'm like, what is going on? Did he hurt himself? Is his shoulder hurting? Like, now he's like not swinging so big. And I'm like, maybe he hurt himself. He's not limping. My kid loses the second set. And they did a 3-point tiebreaker. And he loses the tiebreaker. This opponent literally just lobbed the ball throughout the rest of the match. Every shot. It wasn't just like giving him an overhead and he was playing defense. Like literally it was every ball. So I'm hot. I'm hot. His mom's hot. My player's, he's mad. He don't want to talk about it. I get it. This opponent comes off the court. The opponent's mom is looking like, what were you doing out there? She was confused. His coach, what were you doing out there? He says, Coach, thank you. You helped me win because there was no way I was going to beat him. He said, how did I help you win? He said, Coach, you taught me how to hit that shot. He's like, nah, I taught you a lot, but like I don't teach you to hit that every shot. He says, no, Coach. You don't understand. He was beating me so bad. And one of the shots I got to, everything was just like going so fast. I got to one of the balls and I lob it up in the air, and he misses the overhead. And in that moment, I thought about it. Why did he miss? And I'm like walking back, getting ready to serve again, and I realized he missed. And he kept doing this to his eyes. The sun was in his eyes, coach. He said, yeah, but why did you do it when y'all switch sides? Because if the sun is facing one way and beaming down on him one way in his eyes, when you get to the other side of the court, it's not the same. It actually would be in your eyes. He said, Coach, I realized maybe it wasn't just the sun too. Maybe it was the high ball itself that was giving him trouble, because everything else that I was giving him wasn't working. But maybe it's the high ball itself. So I started lobbing the ball every shot. And I would see him get more frustrated and miss some of the easy balls. And he was missing more than he was making. So I kept it up. And I won. Coach, you taught me to assess the situation. No matter where I am in the game, assess the situation and try something that you haven't tried before and see what outcome you get. And I did it. And in that moment, I realized I just got out-coached. I got out-coached because I haven't done the best job of teaching my player how to assess his environment, one, the sun, but how to assess the situation and give a new look for a situation that's not favorable. I called my player 2 hours after the match, 3 hours, and I said, meet me at the tennis court. He said, Coach, I want to play tennis. I said, no. Don't bring your racket. Just meet me at the tennis court. Meet you at the court right by your house where we normally train at. I'll meet you there. Oh, he goes to the court. Just me and him. I said, sit down. By this time, it's later on in the evening. Sun's come down. And I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I got our coach today. I didn't teach you how to assess your environment and to assess the situation. So we're going to sit down for the next 30 or 45 minutes. We're going to talk about all the different things that could go on in a match. Scenarios that we've seen play out. Certain things that happen. And we're just going to talk about what things we can do to change the environment or the situation that we're currently in. Think my kid got beat by a what we would call a pusher anymore? Because he knew how to assess it. He knew what to do. He knew how to attack it. He knew how to change it up. He knew how to make their defensive ball his offensive shot. I got him prepared to make sure that he could take responsibility of assessing the situation and then going out there and executing a game plan for it. And not just one game plan for it, multiple game plans for it. Coaches, one of the reasons that you are getting out coached is because your players do not know how to assess the situation. You gotta teach your players how to assess the situation. And if you don't, you can expect for things to happen like this. That's in any sport. Football, basketball, baseball, soccer, tennis, golf. Assess the situation. Okay? Coaches, man, this is part 1 of 3. I can't wait till y'all hear the other two parts. Oh my gosh, they are powerful and enlightening. All right, coaches, players, assess the situation, man. Understand what kind of environment you're in, assess what's around you, and use those things. Use those things to decide if you need to change what you're doing. And have different elements and layers of your game. One dimensional players, once you figure it out, they got you. Your game has to be that much more amazing until somebody figures out how to play against your game style. Be multi-layered with your game style. Don't just be one dimensional. Alright? Hey, part 2 is coming up next week. Be prepared, man. Hey, y'all don't want to miss this, man. This is part 1 of Stop Being Outcoached. How to stop being outcoached, man. Alright? See y'all soon.